All right, so now the people on Zoom continue. So yeah, basically, I'm gonna just kind of like show you what I did during this trade, how I set it up and everything like that. And then, like I said, my Discord is actually called the Stock Society. So yeah. So like I said, basically on the one day, you're gonna try to find like trends in the overall market. Basically, guys, this is gonna be just like a quick rundown. This is gonna be like extremely specific in a second, but just for the moment, this is kind of like your idea process that you're gonna use, right? So you're gonna identify the trend in the overall market on the one day. So that's whenever each candlestick or each like green or red figure that you're gonna see on your screen, whenever that's equal to one day, right? You're gonna just see where it's going in the market. And then you're gonna go down to the 4 hours. So you kind of like zooming in basically on your chart. You're gonna find like key resistances and support. So those are just price levels where price moves up or down. And then you move on to the 1 hour, right? So you're zooming in again, right? So you're looking at a smaller time frame of trading. So now you're going to identify candlestick patterns and then price action patterns. So it's just particular patterns that you often see in the stock market, right? And then your 15-minute, you're zooming in even more. This is whenever you're going to see when exactly you're going to buy and sell in the market, right? So I know this is a lot, but I'm going to basically be like kind of giving you a right. So now we're going to go down to the 1 day time frame, right? So the 1 day time frame, like I said, you're basically going to be trying to find give me 1 sec so I can fix TikTok real quick. So on the 1 day time frame, you're basically going to be trying to look for the ideal direction of the market, right? So in the trade, I was calling for a sell-off. So it only makes sense for me to kind of be selling off, right? You don't want to be buying in a selling market, or you don't want to be selling in a buying market, right? And then, like I said, it's going to kind of be like 3 different directions. Obviously, in the picture to the left there, you're going to be seeing it's going to be bearish, which is selling, and then there's bullish is buying, and then there's consolidation whenever it's just moving sideways. So this example is going to be bearish, right? And then also, guys, just as kind of like a reference, the market's been down since January 2022. So it only makes sense to really be selling in the market. You don't want to be going against every single person, right? So now we're going to move down to the 4 hour, right? So the 4 hour was whenever I was saying that you're going to see supports and resistances. I'm going to tell you what supports and resistances are today, right? So if you look at some of the red lines, you can see that they're on the bottom of where price is moving or where the candlesticks are moving, right? So basically supports are supporting price from falling even further, right? Supports are supporting price from falling even further. So basically you're finding like low points in the market, and that's where supports are going to be, right? So this is a support, this is a support, this is definitely a support, a bottom in the market where it acts as a floor. Then you also have like your blue resistances. They're resisting price from going any further up, and they're going to be like at high points in the market. So like I was just saying, the 4 hour time frame is good for identifying supports and resistances or floors or ceilings for price. And then another thing is, it's really good to like get in and out of, your trades whenever you see supports and resistances, right? Because that there's a good chance of, price reversing, right? So for example, this top line here, the second blue line from the top, all you're seeing is price going up. It's not breaking this price, and then it pushes down, right? Obviously it does break right here, but then we keep seeing resistance, like it keeps turning back into a resistance for price. So like even right here, where price just keeps pushing down, right? So they can also be used as like a take profit point, right? So if I get into a sell up here, a good 2 take profit points is right here and then right here, right? Because I know that price is going to end up reversing at those points. So these are like key levels where price is going to like move the opposite way. So that's just something to remember. So the 1 hour, we're going to be seeing some more important, well actually this is a kind of like the 4 hour, but yeah, on the next one, basically the 4 hour, you're going to try to be seeing the supports and resistances. But like I was just saying, whenever you start to find take profit points, you're going to be using kind of like the 4 hour, right? So like I was saying, the 1 hour, on the first one, I was saying that like it's good for identifying candlesticks and price action patterns, right? And that's on the 1 hour. However, sometimes it's going to be very apparent that you're going to see candlesticks and like price action patterns on the 4 hour as well. So here, guys, we kind of see a rising wedge. That's what it's called, a rising wedge on the 4 hour, right? So like I was saying, like, you can see a lot of candlesticks on the 1 hour and the price action patterns, certain patterns that, kind of like show if price is going to be pushing upward or downwards in the market. So, you can see them on the 4 hours sometimes, it's not like a, strict rule, right? So actually, guys, this top resisting trend line here before price actually started falling should be like right here. You're going to see why in just a second. So this is basically what a rising wedge does, right? Like I said in the screenshot, I kind of had the screenshot before it started falling, so I really didn't want to move it because I knew I was gonna, kind of do something like this. But a rising wedge basically combines a supporting and resisting trend line, right? So basically like a support and a resistance, like I said, a resistance is going to be a ceiling for price and a support is going to be a floor for price. Basically, it's the same way with trend lines, right? So this trend line, the top one, is a resisting trend line. It's resisting price from going up. And then the support here is going to be a supporting trend line, for price going down, right? And because it's a rising wedge, after several rejections of each line, basically of them not breaking, the trend line, you're going to see price push down, right? And then it's going to cause price to be bearish, which is selling, right? Price is going to start selling off. So, like I said, the resisting trend line should be right here. I just didn't get the correct screenshot before it started falling, and I wanted to keep it pretty authentic. And then the 1 hour, basically, guys, this is what it looks like on the 1 hour. As you can tell, this black line here is actually going to be our entry point, and I'm kind of, since we already kind of saw that the price action pattern was happening on the 4 hour and not the 1 hour, we're just going to further analyze price as we kind of zoom in, right, to see what's happening like the past couple hours. And then, like I said, in this instance, we were really close to entry, so like this black line here, and price was beginning to consolidate, right? So move sideways, and then this is in the blue circle right here, right? So why this is kind of like a good reason for us to kind of know that we're going to sell pretty soon, right? So basically, like I said, even in the rising wedge, it's comporting us, both it combines both the supporting and resisting trend line to slowly consolidate price in the market. That's what a rising wedge does. Obviously, like I said, it's going to start pushing back and forth, and then price is going to like start squeezing, right? Basically, that's what happened in this blue circle here. Price started to squeeze. Even after we saw all these buyers coming in right here, price started to like kind of move sideways. We were extremely bullish for a while, right? Over here, we were extremely bullish. Like price was just pushing up and up and up, and nothing could stop it, right? And then all of a sudden, for the past couple hours, it just started moving sideways. So you knew, like, if you know that price is going to like keep pushing up and pushing up and up, sellers going to have to come in at some point in time, right? So that was just a good sign that I saw on the 1 hour that we were going to start pushing down. So guys, like the fundamental analysis of this, so like that was more of the technical analysis, right? So the technical is more or less like you're charting and like you're looking at price and how it was at the beginning of the year versus how it was now, and everything like that. That's technical analysis, right? So looking at candlesticks and trend lines and all that stuff. Fundamental analysis is the news, like what's happening in the market, in the news that's going to affect those stock prices, right? So actually on Tuesdays, whenever we release inflation data, right? So inflation is basically the price of goods, or what was released was the CPI, so Consumer Price Index. It kind of just shows how much the price of goods cost. Basically, we've been doing well the past 3 months, but we missed on Tuesday, right? So why is that important for the stock market? So actually, kind of inflation in the cost of goods is how we evaluate like companies and everything like that. So if we're in an inflated market, and we need inflation to go down, the kind of evaluations of companies are going to be a lot higher than what they actually the realistic number is. So it's really big for the stock market because they're all based on how much these companies are worth, right? Investors buy in because they believe a company is worth this amount of money, right? We missed that, which wasn't a good sign. And basically, on the 13th, we fell 1,200 points. So 1,200 points is basically like $1,200. It's another like kind of thing for it. And what that led to was like basically the worst sell off since 2020. And then we also lost basically 1.6 trillion in a single day, which obviously is not good for good for anybody. We all saw red that day. But like I said, guys, this is kind of like how price started, and this is how price ended. This is actually still live, kind of like a live trade. So if you actually look here, like I said, let's go to kind of like to the 4 hour. You see, guys, like basically we pushed down a lot further. And we should be hitting TP3 or like take profit 3 extremely soon. Guys, I'll kind of like zoom out for you all kind of just to see where price is. So actually what's that, guys? So right, basically prices slowed down the past couple of hours, especially like you can tell that it's kind of dropped past the support of take profit 2, and it's kind of like sitting there. So I think that price is definitely going to keep falling, hit that TP3 and maybe even push down to like under 30,000. But yeah, this is kind of like a step by step. Basically, as you can tell, like I combined everything from the trend lines on the 1 day to the supports and resistances on the 4 hour, and then kind of like my price action pattern on the 4 hour/1 hour. And yeah, guys, that's basically like kind of how the step by step of how you kind of find trades, especially with charting in the stock market. Like a rising wedge, this is only one of the several price action patterns that work. I also like the head and shoulders. That's another good one. And yeah, it was pretty crazy, seeing all that fall extremely quick. You usually do not see price fall, that fast in the market. So like if you look all the way over here, these candlesticks are insane in size compared to all these like hours over here. So that just shows like how fast price actually fell on Tuesday. And that's kind of why you are seeing like 1.6 trillion is just lost in a single day. So it's pretty terrible, to see all that. But guys, basically that's all I have for today. This is kind of just a quick overview of kind of my step-by-step process, especially whenever it comes to sending trades in my chat and everything like that. So yeah, guys, I hope this was helpful. So guys, hit me with that follow if you're on TikTok, and this will be on my YouTube in a couple of days. I basically just only need to clip a couple things, and it'll be up on my YouTube. So I appreciate everybody for being here, and yeah, peace.
Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to click the link tree in my description. There you'll find the invite to the Stock Society Discord. You'll find the website to Core Financial Group for courses and mentorships, and you'll be able to find our Instagram page.